This is a program on Unit 11 dealing with arrays. I created a new project in Alice. All I've done so far is select the snow for my ground. So now I'm going to set up the scene, and I'm going to pick something from the quadruped class. I'm going to use a gopher. Now it defaults to the name of gopher. I'm going to use that name, but I'm going to put a 1 out at the end of it and click OK. Now if I pull up another gopher, it defaults to gopher 2. Move him over here. I'm going to pick up another one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, gopher 8, gopher 9, and gopher 10. Okay, now I have 10 gophers up there. They each have a name of gopher plus an integer. Now I'm going to edit the code. Oh, before I edit the code, I need to do one thing. We want these gophers to pop up out of the ground. Right now they're on top of the ground, so they need to get below the ground. Over here on the right is a position definition for an X and a Y and a Z parameter for each gopher. Right now it's on gopher 10. For every one of these, because they're sitting on top of the ground, the Y value is 0. So I'm going to go in here for each Y value, and I'm going to put in -10. And what that does, it lowers the gopher by 10 units down. So I'll just click on each gopher. I haven't figured out a faster way to do this, or programmatically way to do this, so I just click on each gopher. The Y value comes up 0, so I make it 10, -10. It needs to be -10 for them to go down. If it was +10, they'd be going up, because the Y value is a up and down variable. X is a left and right, and Z is side to side. So we want these guys to go down out of the way so they can come back up in a few minutes. So now they're all below the ground. They're in the same spot, they're just below the ground. So now we edit the code. The first thing I need to do is create my array. So I'm going to put a variable control up here. And I'm going to say, yes, this is an array. I'm going to call it gopher. It's my gopher array. The variable type is gallery class. Look for that. And because I made all those gophers earlier, there's an option for gopher. I'm going to hit OK. And the initializer will be a custom array because I clicked the box here. Then I get this other pop-up, and it'll show each of the gophers, and I'll add each one. There's 1, 2, here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So notice that there are 10 gophers, and the highest index number is 9. The highest index number is always one less than the size of the array. So I hit OK. I've got my array statement up here now. Now I'm going to put a for each. I'm going to say OK. Let's call this pop-up. And I'm going to pick the gopher again from the class. And the array that I'm going to pick is the gopher array that I made a minute ago. I'm going to say for each one of those, and I'm going to pick the array over here, to deal with. For each one of those elements in the array, move up. Now if I went to move up 10, they would be on top of the ground. I don't want them quite on the top of the ground, so I'm going to say 9.6. So if we run the program, there's my gophers coming up. You probably only see 9 there. One of them is outside the boundaries of the video, but they're all there. So that's the video. That's the program for this week.